Hey guys, welcome back to the new video of our web scraping in Python series. We have already covered about HTML, CSS and JavaScript and how exactly JavaScript controls HTML and CSS. So just to give you a brief ahead of what exactly going to come up now, we are actually going to understand how we can use headless browser in order to go for web scraping. Let me explain to you. So till now we know there is HTML and there is CSS and there is Java. Now what happens is JavaScript controls HTML and CSS because it is very powerful. But what happened in modern browser is we have Java which also communicate with server. And when Java communicates with server, it also goes till user authentication, getting data back and forth and storing it. So basically it controls all the functions. Now what is the issue with this? The problem is when server gets HTML and CSS for the very first time, they are the most important part while coming to web scraping. But after that, Java starts dominating HTML and CSS. And it is the one which actually covering all those things. That's why there are also single page application, if you know. Basically, single page and applications are where your browser, when you are actually browsing, it does not go refreshed. So suppose I clicked on get started on some website. I'll show you practically also. But suppose I clicked on get started on some website and then not entire browser will refresh. So what is happening is JavaScript is dominating HTML and CSS in this case. So if my browser is not getting refreshed, so I'll just write without browser getting refreshed. Right now, JavaScript is actually covering all the features. Instead of HTML, CSS loading one more time, server receiving all those things, it makes a website get faster. But also at the same time, it gives more power to JavaScript. So you must have seen single page applications where the website is of only one page. And whenever you clicked on some hyperlink, it takes you to the probably bottom part of it, such as contact us is written in the bottom, or probably get started and then a single window with login ID or something comes up. Those are basically single page just working with JavaScript. There are HTML and CSS involved, but JavaScript is dominating and controlling HTML and CSS and also communicating at the same time with the server, getting data back and forth. So that is why the initial HTML and CSS files which we want while data scraping, they are no more there, but JavaScript is controlling them. So they are different when you actually refresh the page or when you see the results coming up. So in order to do that and get web scraping in a good way, what web scrapers do, they execute JavaScript code as a solution so that they can entirely scrape the website also, and they don't have to deal with the different JavaScript or HTML and CSS coming after reloading the page. All right. So I'll just show you practically how it goes. I'll take you to Pinterest website and then we will take it from there. So, but the context is this only. And I'll show you the solution also to this. So I'll just write it right now. So in order to execute JavaScript code as a solution, we use headless browsers. About headless browser, we will learn soon. But for right now, you just need to understand that headless browsers are those browsers which execute JavaScript code like normal browsers only, but they do not render other things for us. All right. So what they execute, I just show you now on the Pinterest website. All right. So we are on Pinterest website now. suppose this is the entire website and I want to do some web scraping here. So what I'll do, I'll just click here, and first of all, I need to find out whether it is using dynamic JavaScript or not. So if you click on explore, see, it takes me to the entire page. Now, right now, probably it is changing, but I need to be sure also. Okay. So I'll just do what? I'll click on inspect. And after clicking on inspect, going to, if you can, I'll just, yeah. So after clicking on inspect, I'll go to network. And on network, I'll just refresh this. So if you see, I just refresh things and I'll see script coming. And I don't see anywhere it is written type of HTML or something. So this gives me one idea that this actually using JavaScript only. And there is no HTML CSS written. Okay. This was just one idea, but we also need to sure that this is using dynamic. So what I'll do, I'll just select this text and I'll copy it. Once I have copied it, I'll just click outside this. So because I have selected text and copy, it is showing me more functions. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll go for view page source. Earlier, view page source was not there. But since I have copied texts, that's why view page source is coming. So I'll go to view page source and I selected get here next. So now if you see here, this is wrapped up. Okay. JavaScript is wrapping up the HTML and other parts. You can see HTML class at the top. And I don't see more of HTML here. So I'll try to find get here next, because if HTML is going there, then there should be a text written get here next. So I'll just go for Control F and I'll write get here next. See, there is nothing called get here next, which I copied here, the text. What it means is it is using JavaScript. And in order to scrape this text from the Pinterest website or anything else, in order to do this, what I need to do now, I need to use Headless Browser so that we can render the JavaScript in the same way this Brave browser is doing it for now. And we can also execute code. All right. So yeah, that was, I just wanted to give you an introduction to it. And we will see upcoming classes about this, how exactly we can use Headless Browser in Python, take the data and then do more of stuff which is required. But the thing is, you can get entirely fail as a web scraper if you try to scrape it right now, because we know that it is rendering JavaScript and it is not rendering HTML and CSS like the way the server has sent it to the browser. So in that context, the data is actually getting changed. And we need the original one, which actually the server HTML and CSS file which server is sending. So yeah, I'll show you exactly how can we get the important one, which is the most required one, in the upcoming classes. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.